cash was refused. Left out, he was confused. Within a span of seconds, his fees would be paid. Yet he took the long queue because cash he paid. The nation went forward with digital payments. He was stuck there with cash payments. Ladies and gentlemen, this poem depicts the average life of a person who prefers cash payments rather than digital payments and is left out from the development of a nation. A very warm welcome to everyone. Today, as we stand on the cusp of a transformed Bharat, the topic for discussion, to be involved in the development of country, one has to grow personally, seems to be more relevant than ever. If I want to secure an admission in IITs or IIMs, I have to grow technically or scientifically. If I want to join the Indian Army, I have to grow myself in a very disciplined manner. And if I want to join any organization, I have to grow my personality. When every important moment of our life requires growth or change, then why is individual development being left out from one of the most biggest turning points in the history of our world? The development of a nation to a Viksit Bharat. And hence Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam rightly articulated, great nations are not made by handsome people, but by those who can give their hands to some. But how can personal growth affect the development of 130 crore Indians? The answer to this question lies in the journey of Gandhi to Mahatma Gandhi. By profession, he was a lawyer and was living a stable life in South Africa. Like millions of Indians, he was witnessing the atrocities against our nation under the British rule. Yet he ignited a fire for freedom in South Africa for this nation, and he did not stop there. He developed himself to become a satyagrahi, exercising self-restraint only for the sake of this nation. He walked lakhs of kilometers protesting the Britishers and practically created one of the biggest non-violent movements against them, the salt satyagraha. From a Mahatma to a freedom fighter to a satyagrahi and one of the biggest influencers in the 20th century, he stands as an inspirational figure, showcasing that how individual development not only involves you in the development process, but also makes you a cornerstone for the same. So should we keep our personal goals to that of Mahatma Gandhi? We do not need to bring about colossal changes. A very simple but effective formula of 3 E is sufficient. Education, entrepreneurship, and ethos. Education is a powerful tool which gives pen rather than swords in the hands of men. It did the same for Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, it did the same for our generation by having a renewed outlook towards homosexual people, and it is doing the same for the next younger generation by having a renewed outlook towards the threat of artificial intelligence. Same way, we are going to require a renewed outlook towards innovation, which is going to be achieved by out-of-box thinking. And it is going to be one of the most important criteria for the 4th industrial revolution, of which India is a leading force. And the second year of entrepreneurship is going to play a pivotal role in it. We have an ambition of the 3rd largest economy in the world, and it is not going to be achieved just by serving to someone, but by becoming self-reliant. And this empowers the 3rd and the most important E, that of ethos. The cultural ethos of this nation is long known to the entire world, but it's time we mix it with patriotism. And it must be done to such an extent that next time a young mind goes into a foreign nation, should not be seen as a brain drain, but as a brain gain, because we are adamant on our ideals of patriotism, that an Indian sitting in any part of the world is going to work and align his actions for the growth of this nation. So will the development be eradicated just because there is no individual growth? No, absolutely not. There will be infrastructural development, we will create new institutions, and at some point we will find our ranks in those economic indexes. But this was the same growth story of today's development. And hence we are finding problems such as climate change, gender inequality, and racial discrimination. But approach of India towards this development is different. It is working, and as the Honorable Prime Minister has highlighted many times, towards a human-centric approach for development. And the programs such as Startup India, Make in India, Fit India, we are trying to innovate the potentials or the growth potentials of each and every individual. It's high time that we must get rid of the attitude of chalta, and we must develop ourselves to become good and responsible citizens. I'm not telling you to bring about colossal changes in your lifestyle. But the next time, just don't jump your traffic signal because there is no traffic constable. Keep the respect of the law. If somebody is lying down on the road, first go help him rather than removing your phones and shooting that instance. And if a foreign tourist comes into your nation, respect him and profess the ideals of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And as I put a full stop to my speech, I would like each and every one of you to come with me and take the voters' pledge. Because at the end of the day, casting your vote is one of the most important parameters showcasing your individual growth for the development of this nation. We, the citizens of this nation, by abiding faith in democracy, will utilize the democratic principle of free, fair, and peaceful elections by not getting influenced by any race, religion, caste, creed, or language, and will vote in each and every election. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.